Welcome back to NLW Zero Fear. We are close to seeing this dream clash between two icons. The Vigilante Sting goes up against the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That is to come in this part, but first we address the X Division situation. Who is going to become the #1 contender for Marty Scurll's X Division title? We find out in this tournament final. 8 men started, we're down to 2. It's Will Ospreay going one-on-one with this man the gravity forgot. His name is Neville, and he is here to try and reclaim the X Division Championship. He is a former X Division champion, as is well documented. Tonight, he could become one step closer to attaining that title once again. Well, take a look at his tournament highlights. First, it was a victory against Rich Swann, then an intense battle with the man of 1,000 holds, Dean Malenko. He put both away with a red arrow, meaning he is through to the final here tonight at Zero Fear. And he would love to have the gold around his waist once again. But he has to go up against fellow Brit, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. He burst onto the scene with much hype and fanfare here in NLW, and he has made an immediate mark in the X Division tournament. We'll take a look at his highlights. First, it was a victory against the Luchador Kalisto, then another victory against fellow Brit Tyler Bate, putting both away with that patented arse cutter. Both men employ high-flying styles, and in my opinion, this has the potential to be one of the matches of the year, at least one of the most exciting matches of the year. They show each other respect and the bell rings. The winner of this match becomes #1 contender to Marty Scurll's X Division Championship. And I'm going to try my best to call it, but it's going to be hard. They both are very quick, as you see there. The leapfrog leapfrogs him as well. And now an arm drag, but Neville lands on his feet, and there's the Hurricane Rana takedown. You see what I mean? I'll try my best, but it's not going to be easy. And there you see the reverse Rana from Neville, already taking Ospreay to the outside, and the fast speed flop over the top. Neville, barely 30 seconds in, already takes out Ospreay over the top rope. Neville, springboard missile dropkick to the aerial assassin, who at the moment has been grounded. It is Neville with all the aerial offense so far. Phoenix splash, but Ospreay had the knees up. Back on their feet, bicycle pump kick. Whips him off the ropes, and oh, look at that! Standing Spanish fly, but it wasn't enough. Cracking out all the big moves early in this match to determine who's going to be the #1 contender. And you saw, he went for the handspring, but got drop kicked in the back of the skull and a deadlift German. Don't let Neville's size fool you. He is one of the strongest men in NLW pound for pound, and well, he can fly like the eagle, and he's soaring at the moment, but there he gets taken down with a backbreaker. And now that Robinson special handspring kick from Will Ospreay. Neville trying to catch his breath, but Ospreay does not let him get any breathing room whatsoever. Neville on the apron though, maintains control and kicks Ospreay in the face. Springboard, oh good lord! Look at the agility, look at the quickness. Ospreay meets Neville with the Hurricane Rana after the springboard, in fact, and now Neville's on the outside, and it is the Sasuke special. Handspring into the backflip over the top. The Sasuke special from Will Ospreay. And you'd think they'd been going for about 20 minutes, but it's only barely reached the 5-minute mark as we take a look at this Sasuke special. That's because these two men employ such a quick pace and high-octane offense. Tilt-a-whirl, reverse DDT, I don't even know how to call that, quite frankly, folks. Shooting star. And a corkscrew press, but a kick out by Neville. it's going to be a British competitor who's going to walk away with the X Division title eventually. We'll just see who it is first. Neville. Rolling German suplex, planting Ospreay right in the back of his skull. The UK scene in recent months has picked up a head of steam, and it's translating here into NLW. Flips in, and a Hurricane Rana with a kick out. Nearly caught Ospreay off guard. But now Neville on the second rope, but there's Ospreay. And oh god, a cheeky Nando's kick. And places Neville on that top rope. What is Ospreay thinking? Good lord, a shooting star. Shooting star press to a draped Neville. Neville may have broken a rib. Ospreay could have broken a rib. And another kick to the face of Neville. Ospreay now wants to put it away. He's on the top. Inverted 450, but a move from Neville means that Ospreay hits nothing but canvas. And Neville now sees his opportunity to strike with that corkscrew. Brainbuster. Neville in control. Rings of Saturn going for the submission victory. But elbows his way free. There's Ospreay. Ospreay now running to the top rope. But Neville is set to meet him on the top. What's he planning? My God! Top rope Spanish fly. And now Neville ascends to the top. Oh no, my lord! He got kicked in midair. Ospreay Oscutter! Will Ospreay picks up the victory in this hard-fought battle, and it is Will Ospreay who is now officially the #1 contender for Marty Scurll and his X Division Championship. What an intense battle we've just witnessed. Ultimately, it was Ospreay picking up the victory. Well, take a look at the highlights of this high-paced, fast-paced offense. The shooting star to a draped Neville, the top rope Spanish fly, then the red arrow. I thought it was over until Ospreay kicked him out of mid-air and then hit the patented Oz Cutter to put away Neville, the man that gravity forgot. Unfortunately for him, comes up short in this contest. But Will Ospreay is now officially the #1 contender to... The #1 contender to that man. Or should I say, that villain after the cheap shot he took when Will Ospreay's back was turned. Cracking that umbrella upside the skull of Will Ospreay. Sneaking in from behind and sending a message to his next challenger. That message being that Marty Scurll is the X Division champion and he will take on all comers. A villainous attack from Scurll, but coming up next, folks, it is a dream match. It is Stone Cold Steve Austin going one-on-one with the Icon Sting, and this whole situation started over a simple misunderstanding. And now the Wyatt family, without a leader, are running roughshod over this show. Some reinforcements, here comes Sting from the rafters. The man who took out Bray Wyatt in Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania went for the Stinger Splash, but I think that Luke Harper spit that red liquid in the eyes of Sting. Sting's blind. Whatever the hell that is, that red liquid in the eyes of Sting, spat in it. Oh! And I don't think he realised that that was Austin. As I said, he can't see anything. And that batter shot to Austin, but Austin! Stone Cold stutter to Sting, and I'm not sure that Austin realised that Sting had been blinded.
Thank you would be nice for saving your ass last week. I'd appreciate it if you left the fighting side to me. If you put your hands on Stone Cold again, I don't care if you're blinded, sneaking up on me, or looking me dead in my eye. I will take you out with a snap of my fingers, no hesitation.
And this issue is far from over.
If you want to fight me face to face like a man instead of the coward that you're being by sitting up there in the rafters with a yellow streak down your back.
And now they're just stomping away on Austin, and look at Sting up there. Sting does not care, and I spoke too soon. Here comes the Icon to attack the Riot Squad, and there's a stunner, but from behind, Scorpion death drop from Sting. And I'm sure in his mind, that was a long time coming.
At Zero Fear, the match will be you, Sting, versus good old Stone Cold Steve Austin.
At Zero Fear, it's going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Sting, and Sting, for one, cannot wait. You know, we talk about the misunderstanding that started all this. But let's not forget, both of these men are legends in their own right. In fact, both men have uncontrollable egos, and they'll tell you that themselves. Perhaps Sting feels like he shouldn't be controlled by a man like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that perhaps has lit a fuse, lit a fire under the Icon. It was at WrestleMania where he finally put to rest the feud, the year-long feud with Bray Wyatt, putting him away inside Hell in a Cell. Sting was looking to move on, and move on he has. It just so happens that now he's fighting the boss. But Stone Cold doesn't see himself as the boss tonight. He sees himself as simply another competitor looking for a fight. Sting was blinded the first time he hit Austin. Austin responded in kind with a stunner. The next time that Sting laid his hands on Austin, it was no accident, and it will be no accident here tonight. Stone Cold Steve Austin is the boss of NLW. He is the commissioner. He was the one who made this match, and Sting gladly accepted it. And although Sting is an employee of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stone Cold is not going to fire Sting. He is not going to treat Sting any differently to any other employee. That's the kind of boss that Stone Cold is. However, he's going to beat up Sting, and Sting's going to respond in kind, and that is why I am very much looking forward to this dream match as the bell sounds. And look at the stare down, the intensity in the eyes of both men, and now they trade shots. Austin, Sting teeing off on each other here at Zero Fear, and now Austin driving the boot into the throat of Sting and goes to stomp a mud hole, but Sting catches the boot, spins him around into a clothesline. Both these men veterans. Although Austin hasn't competed in as many NLW matches as Sting, his match against CM Punk at WrestleMania was critically acclaimed, and now you see Sting motion the Stinger Splash, but instead a Fez press and a series of shots from the Rattlesnake, who responds in kind with an elbow to the face. Goes for a suplex, but a victory roll. Victory roll by Sting could catch him out early, but a kick out by Austin. Austin misses the clothesline, and look at the power and the strength of Sting with the Gorilla Press. Presses Austin to the canvas, and Austin looks into the eyes of a wild man. Goes for a punch to Sting, but blocks it, does Austin. Now that $1 million dream, that sleeper hold he learned from the great Ted DiBiase. That's harkening back to his ringmaster days, and a stunner of his own from Sting. And there is the neck breaker. Austin down. Sting, though, picks up Austin, and again you see there, driving Austin face first into the turnbuckle. And that's working over the neck of Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what caused him to retire in the first place, and, well, he went for another suplex, but Austin just slapped him across the face from the canvas, and now going to choke him out against the ropes. But he's got until a count of 5. Boot up from Sting, and another uppercut from Stone Cold Steve Austin. The boss is bossing this match so far, but a leapfrog from Sting and a drop kick. Takes down Austin. And now a headlock applied from Sting to the Texas Rattlesnake. Back on their feet though. Tries to get out of it, but again, Sting maintains control of their headlock. Austin tries to fight out of it, and both men thinking the same thing. Both went for a clothesline, and now everyone's down. You can feel the electricity in the air tonight for this dream matchup here on NLW. This is the kind of dream match you can expect week to week from this brand, from this show. And Austin suplexes Sting on the rampway, and you could hear the impact and the sound of this crowd in awe of what they're seeing right now. And now they're on the outside, sent into the ring post is Sting. But you're not going to win it out there, and Austin knows that. Throws Sting back in, and on the second rope, delivers the elbow to the back of the skull. Sting has had a lot of punishment directed towards that head and neck, as you see Austin stomped on it. Sting in the corner, and now again stomping a mud hole in Sting, and good grief, slams him into the ropes, compressing that vertebrae of Sting. And Austin taunting Sting now. Don't know how wise this is, but Sting tries to fight back, but a punch from Austin. Whip reversed and goes for the fence press, but the strength of Sting to catch him out. And now, the Scorpion Deathlock, that sharpshooter applied in the centre of the ring. Working over that back of Austin. Is Austin gonna have to tap out? Look at him wrench on those legs, wrench on that back, but Austin near the ropes, and in the nick of time, manages to break the hold. But Sting sees that Austin's down. He wonders what he has to do. He's on the top rope and goes for a splash. But Stone Cold moves. Met the canvas that time, picks him up and delivers a spinebuster for good measure. Again, that back of Sting. You can see how sore it is by the look on his face. Austin goes for the stunner, but instead it's a backslide from Sting. Another stunner attempt. Turn around into the death drop. The death drop from Sting. Is it coming? No. Snap miss out. And a backdrop from Sting. He has a counter for everything Austin has. And I'd say that the same goes the other way. But Sting on the top again. Austin meets him. And a vicious superplex. Driving Sting from the top rope, in for the cover, but a kick out from Sting. The Icon's not going to go down that easy. Again holding his spine. And now Austin measures his man, going for the stunner. Is he going to hit it though? No! Manages to block it off the ropes, and now sleeper again. But now, wait a minute! Oh, the tombstone! Tombstone power drive with a kick out! Dropping him on his head and neck with that pile driver. And Austin didn't even really kick out. He basically managed to roll a shoulder in the nick of time. But Austin's done. He's done for, surely. Stinger splash! One more and it may be it! Goes after him, and Austin dives it in with an iron arm and hits him with a clothesline in mid-air. Austin goes after Sting again, but Sting drops him. Maybe going to go for that Scorpion Deathlock again. But Austin kicks himself free. Stunner! No! Death drop! He hits it, no he doesn't. Austin held onto that top rope, preventing the death drop. Now he's in the corner. Stinger splash! Stunner instead! Hooks the leg, but Sting! Oh! Austin picks up the victory in this dream match. However, Sting, I think, had his foot under the bottom rope, unless I'm mistaken. Perhaps the referee didn't see it that way, or perhaps the referee didn't see it at all. Well, let's clear the air with his replays. Tombstone nearly did it for Sting. Then Austin countered the Stinger splash with a clothesline. He went for the stunner. Sting blocked it, but Austin blocked the death drop by holding onto the ropes, and then Sting missed the Stinger splash. was done for, I should say, stunned. Got a Stone Cold Stunner, and there you see, his foot definitely was underneath the rope, and you can see that Sting is protesting to the referee, saying that his foot was under the rope. And the referee, well, I guess it's too late to reverse the decision. And if anybody could reverse the decision, surely it would be Stone Cold Steve Austin, seeing as how he's the commissioner, he's the matchmaker. But maybe Stone Cold didn't see it. Well, Sting protesting that he should have won, but Austin clearly defiant, and Sting is not happy, and that is an understatement. The record book's gonna show that Stone Cold picked up the victory. However, I would say that this issue is far from over. And speaking of issues, let's move on to our main event. It is coming up next for the NLW World Championship. Can Seth Rollins bat away the challenge of Pentagon Jr.? We will find out up next.